Can't ask for a more beautiful day. Sky is beautiful today. You know you're old when your bag has mostly braces and not as much clothes. Getting to train with my Shi Fu. Got my snacks. Dedication, guys, dedication. Everybody should be out there dedicating themselves and training. Train to lead from the front. Be the best that you can be. Hey guys, what's going on? Shi Fu Greg here with the Authentic Shaolin Kung Fu School. Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I know I'm usually on here. I'm doing forms and weapons and, you know, how-tos and tips and everything else, but traveling an hour and change to visit my Shi Fu today and train with him kind of gives me a good reflection on what dedication is all about and what we should be thinking about today. When people train, they're thinking about being close to their schools and, you know, having to travel too far away. People think that that's a bad thing. And for me, I've been traveling to my teachers forever. And distance is not really a factor, because when you think about it, would you rather go to, if you had a choice of going to colleges and one was closer, but it wasn't as good as the college that was further away, obviously, right? You'd go to the college that was further away because it's better. And you'd forego the nonsense of traveling less because it's easier for you, right? Easier doesn't necessarily mean better. So make the travel. If you're gonna go and you're gonna train with your instructor, make sure that you train with your instructor. Make sure that you take the time. And yeah, if it's traveling, then travel to train with your instructor. It's probably for the better, if anything else. The other thing I wanted to talk about is respect for your instructors. Like nowadays, you know, people leave the school, not my school, because I run my school very different, but I see online people talk about, like, when they're outside the school, they're calling their teacher by their first name, and, you know, they shouldn't have to, you know, kowtow to their instructors outside the school, because outside the school you're equals and this, that, and the other thing. And to me, guys, it's, you know, I heard it in a movie. It was in Pacific Rim, you know, and it's so true. It's not obedience that we do what we do. It's out of respect.
It's not obedience, Mr. Beckett. It's respect.
That we do what we do. And I think it's important to understand, for me, if I see a doctor and this doctor's taking care of me, I'm not going to call him by his first name when I see him outside of his establishment. I'm going to call him doctor, whatever. He's earned that title, you know. And I think today's generation has a little problem with that, and they think that it's an ego thing, and it's not an ego thing. For me, it's a respect thing. When people call my teacher by his first name, I cringe, because that's not his title. He's worked hard for that title. He's dedicated his life for that title, where most people haven't dedicated their life to the martial arts. And he deserves that title. And I will always call my teachers by their title, because that's how I was brought up. And it's a respect thing. I respect my teachers to the highest level. I respect them as teachers, because without their mentorship, without their teaching me, without any of that, I wouldn't be where I am today, and I'd probably be in a really bad spot. So I'm very thankful. And if this is the least that I can do is to show them that respect, I'll be doing that. And this is just food for thought, guys. I mean, everybody has their own opinions, everybody believes in their own stuff, but facts are facts for me. Everybody has their own truths, because we all have lived very different lives. So this is just my food for thought. You know, everybody else has their own opinions, and that's okay. You can live with your own opinions and live how you want to live. But this is how I live, and I just wanted to put it out there. And, you know, I've been doing this for 44 years. A lot of these guys out there nowadays train for 25 years, 15 years, and they're telling you the facts of life like they've lived. Got to really live it. One of my teachers says that we don't play martial arts, we live martial arts. I'm not a part-time martial artist. It's not a hobby. I'm not a hobbyist. I live what I do. I preach, I live, I lead from the front as much as I can with all of my students and everything that I do. So that's something that we should do as well. Something that everybody else that's teaching out there, that's doing their thing, you should be doing the same thing. Live by example and lead from the front. You know, early in the morning, guys, it's 9:22. I drove all the way up to Mamaroneck to train with my Shi Fu. And do your training. You know, do your travels. It's good to work hard. It's good to train. It's good to travel to see your Shi Fu, because it gives you that reflection of dedication and what you should be doing. And always remember that there's always somebody above you that's training and working really hard. And that's something that you should always keep in mind, that the day that you decide not to train, that other person out there is training. So I would like to think that I'm trying to stay on top at 54 and pushing every day, training every day, and doing my rounds and fighting still, and, you know, keeping myself relevant out in the ether of the internet. So be well, guys. Thanks again. Shi Fu Greg with the Authentic Shaolin Kung Fu School. Stay strong, stay true, and lead from the front. Persistence overcomes resistance. See you guys later.